Hey everyone, so this is Elliot Heller, and I've been wanting to give a Torah online every week for a long time, and obviously life got in the way, and I had a really inspirational day today, and I think whenever you have a moment of inspiration, you should always take it to action, never let it go to waste. Therefore, I am here tonight, hopefully starting what will be a weekly or somewhat weekly Dvar Torah on the Parsha. Okay, so this week's Parsha is Tzav. And in it, the Parsha discusses all types of korbanos. And one of them is a korban chatas. And it says about a korban chatas that the sin offering, that whenever you have, you give your offering, and you have one day to eat it. And if it's still there after that one day, you haven't consumed it yet, then you have to burn it. And it has to be destroyed, because that's the amount of time you have to eat it, and after that you have to destroy it. Okay, so let's look at Pasuk Kaf Aleph, Perek Vav in Vayikra. That's 6:21. And it says, Uchli cheres asher tuvushal bo yishaber. An earthenware vessel that has this korban cooked in it should be broken. Meaning that if you brought this korban and you cooked it in an earthenware vessel when you brought it, and then you still didn't eat it after that one day, so you have to burn that. You have to destroy that vessel completely, because you can't get the taste out of it. Even if you take it out and throw it out, this taste is still going to be there. You have to totally destroy the vessel. And if it's in a copper vessel, then you should rinse it out in water. Meaning, if you brought your korban chatas, your sin offering, in a copper vessel, you should rinse it out with water and do all this stuff like similar to koshering, and then you can use that vessel again. Rashi points out that this is the case, this is the deen with every single korban, that you have a set amount of time to eat it, and after that, you have to destroy it. So, the question is, why does it mention by a korban chatas? Why does it specifically only mention it there, as opposed to anywhere else? If it applies to all the other korbanos, why did it have to pick chatas? So the Yakar asked this question, and he gives a couple answers. I want to focus on one of them. He says that a korban chatas is a sin offering, right? We all sin, and we all have to find our way back and do teshuvah and repent in some way. But not everyone has the same derech. Not everyone has the same path that's going to work for them. Some people they're so far off the path of the Torah and the path of being a good person, they need to totally destroy the vessel. Their heart needs to be like totally shattered and reborn, almost, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing. But there are always people who have these amazing stories, from the depths of like filth of the world, and like the lowest of low, but it'd be like morbidly obese or drug addicts or whatever it is, and then there are these like motivational speakers now and whatever, and sometimes it took a life-altering event or something when they went from so low to all of a sudden they're so high. No pun intended. Okay. Anyway, that's one approach, and then that's like the earthenware vessel, that it's just so far gone, you have to just shatter it and start all over. Totally tear everything up and start again. But there's another kind as well. The copper vessel, the kli nekoshet, right? So that, says the Yakar, is the type of person who's sinned and they've gone off the path of the Torah, but they're not so far off. They can their way of doing teshuvah is less intense. They can rinse themselves off, so to speak, spiritually, and come back to God. So the really, really important lesson here that we all have to keep in mind is that not everyone is on the same level. You can have one person you can have two people doing the same exact thing, and you gotta look at it from the right perspective, because for one person it could be like a huge step for them, and for another person it would be like a great fall. Like I'm trying to think of an example. You have a ladder, right? So if one guy's on the 75th rung and one guy's on the 5th rung, okay, and you just take a picture of that and look at that, so you'd think, oh, the guy up on the 75th rung, he's doing a pretty good job, right? He's a better climber. But obviously, you don't know all the details. What if that guy just started on the 74th rung, and he only got to the 75th rung, and the other guy started at the bottom and got 5 whole rungs? That's a lot better. Or you have to keep that in mind, that people are all different levels. Something Rabbi Akiva Tatz likes to say a lot, that everyone has a level of free choice, and we can't judge people based on that. And at the same time, for a person who's trying to improve spiritually, they should always keep in mind that whatever level they are on, their job is to improve to the next level, not to jump ahead, go 0 to 60, go from never exercising to, running 10 miles a day or lifting 50 pounds, whatever. So at the same time, if someone is at their level of free choice and they have a set routine, they're doing well, and then they look at the other guy next to them and he's on a much lower level. He's not doing as well in whatever area it is. So they can't think, I'm so much better than that guy. That's not true. I mean, you have your road and he has his road, and the guy over there who's doing much better than you also has his road. We're not all the same. We're all a different vessel. And we all have to channel our own spiritual energy, find our own path, not compare ourselves to other people, and find our own way back to God and to really improving our lives. And in that way, we can all really, really improve and not focus on other people. I thank you for listening, and I'm sorry if I rambled or reiterated too much. And have a great night.